From the heart of Broadway and historic downtown Cape Girardeau, it's Podzilla After Dark on the Podzilla 1985 network. I'm Double H. To my left, Big T, Tanner Calvert.
Yo, yo.
Yeah, down at the end of the table, Jesse Kimball.
I didn't know he was going to do the whole thing.
Yo.
Directly across from me, to Shannon's right,
Hello.
Lindsay Wolfgang.
Hola.
Oh, see, she subverted the trope. You didn't see it coming. And to my right, and your host for tonight, Mr. 100,
Oh.
Shannon Young.
What's the trope?
She subverted the trope because normally she goes, hello.
Oh, yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to follow the rules. Dalton
Yeah.
says yo.
Mandy goes, hi.
Asa goes yes.
Yes.
I mix it up occasionally.
Yeah.
Jesse and I are the only ones that mix it up occasionally.
I say something different every time. It's
You do.
usually related to what's going on.
All right.
But you end all your shows the same way. All right, that's it for us, guys. And yeah, we'll see you next week.
Yep.
I think you should start ending. I think you should start ending the show without saying anything. You just turn the mics off at some point.
No
exit strategy.
That very nearly happened in the last episode of Hype Train. For whatever reason, I got to, we were doing the outro. Like, there was 2 minutes left of content that didn't get recorded. I just looked down and it was just not recording anymore. It wasn't frozen or anything. It just
It said
Just
no.
gave up.
Recording.
That's
Yeah,
it.
it just gave
ran
up.
out of
It's
tape.
like, you're done.
The tape was empty.
Ran out of virtual tape.
I can see that
I ran
happening.
out of digital tape.
I can see that happening. Yeah, next week, guys, we're going to discuss this.
Oh, I love doing that. All right, so tonight's a special show. Obviously, we have Double H on the show. Big T
Yay.
is on the show. So two of our original cast members
Don't
that
call it a comeback.
occasionally stop in and say hello. Due to that, the rule is in place where we will not be cursing as much. Now, that's not to say we won't curse at all, but in the interest of because this show is going out to orphanages. There are 4 orphanages I know of that are getting this show tonight.
It's required by
Start
law.
listing them.
Yeah. The San Fernando Orphanage, the Tommy Two-Tone, fuck. I mean,
There's
He did it.
number
write
one.
it down. 2 minutes.
Okay.
I cannot wait to hear Tommy Two-Tone, Mr. Black.
I think Mr. Black is a very specific censor.
Yeah, no, Mr.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 things. When you hear us curse tonight, you will hear this sound effect. Jesse, give me a curse.
Son of a...
Is that one we have to bleep out?
Son of a Mr. Black. If only for that. If only for that reason you do.
I think technically, because the only ones that you're allowed to say on PG-13 is
Hell, damn, ass.
Yeah,
I'm
hell
pretty
damn.
sure
Okay,
that changes
meatwad.
nothing but you can say but
Yeah,
it's that George Carlin list. That's what you can't
2
do.
minutes and
there's
50 seconds.
There's a hard number on the number of times you can say
3 minutes.
No, we've only used 2 of them. It's
Man,
fine.
you guys are totally making me mess up my other
So
list.
that's what you hear when we
fine.
cuss randomly by accident. Now for the MFer of the week, which is a favorite here on the show, tonight instead of hearing us say the MF word, you will hear this word. Tanner, you want to go ahead and say it? You say the actual word and then we'll bleep over it.
Mr. Black.
There you go. All right. Just put down 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Man, it's okay. So I haven't been pressuring you to get Reaper, but it has this really nice
Can
feature.
you tag spots?
You just hit the letter M, and it just marker.
Beautiful.
I actually might invest in it for moments like
You don't
this.
have to invest in it. I've got the key. You just it has unlimited uses.
So
No investment
do
necessary.
it, please.
whenever we talk about it, you will hear about our friend Mr. Black.
Mr. Black.
I'm gonna take a swig of my nos. Give me a second.
All right, well, I'm going to talk while he's doing
Yes,
his
please
nos,
do.
so there's not-
Tonight's show is brought to you by Grape
Damn.
Nos, GT Grape. When you want to crank it,
And get chugged and charged.
chugged and charge, you grab a Nos. Get away, fruit fly. There's no actual grape in here.
It wanted to chug and charge.
It wants to get cranked.
Grape Nos does not taste like grape, but it tastes a hell of a lot like purple.
Yes, it should
That's
just be,
what's happening.
It should just
does
be
taste
called
like
purple
purple.
Nos.
I've always disliked the purple flavor.
Yeah, it's
Like-
not grape.
No,
me,
it's
that
the same
tastes
thing with
purple.
banana.
Yeah. Banana?
Oh, no, we're
Banana.
not talking about banana.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Banana.
No, it's not.
Hold on, I gotta find the tagline.
Yo, Bond.
Just for anybody who happens
Banana,
to
don't
be...
forget your bond. Le petit déjeuner familial.
What?
That's French for
the
the
little something.
the
Yeah.
little déjeuner familiar family.
Okay.
The little something family.
Oh man, I absolutely knew what that meant at some
To a
point.
great start.
Yeah, no, I because I
Degenerate.
knew
What
all
does that
of
mean?
those words when I was in high school.
I
but
remember
I don't know what
in
they
The
are
Simpsons
anymore.
the name of the
It was Le Petit Déjeuner.
Yeah, of the
and it's the
brothel.
little lunch, the little family lunch.
okay, well that's
Enjoy
not racist.
Banana, the little family lunch.
That's not racist at all.
The tagline's not racist.
Boy,
the
that poster.
picture, the picture is super racist.
Yep.
Can we talk about how the Yabon looks like it says "ya boy," and that's what I think every time I look here now.
Boy, banana.
Hey, it's your boy Banana.
You born.
That made it racist.
What up, demons? It's your boy
It's your
Banana.
bond. I gotta find. I
Oh.
sent myself a link that I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, this table's way too white to keep doing this bit. We got to move past it.
Well, the thing is, when we first started talking about Banana, I was talking about the kitty who lives in a banana. B-A-N-A-N-Y-A. Banana.
I want to point out the insanity of you saying things like, "I'm talking about the kitty that lives in the banana."
Are those like
Well, I am
the plushies
drinking
I
this-
keep seeing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sarah
But you're
found a
like, why? Every time I pick one up, I'm like, look, it's cute. And you're like, why?
Sarah found a backpack at Target that we were just walking through the school stuff. And I'm like, we should get a lunch bag for work. So she sees this, and it's this kitty and a banana all over it. And we just thought it was just a random design. No, come to find out, then you got to go down the banana rabbit hole and learn there's a whole banana cinematic universe. Like, there's a whole
Plushies
thing.
and all kinds
Oh,
of stuff.
yeah.
Now,
Man,
to be fair, to be fair, that's how Lindsay got started with
Gudetama?
Pingu?
The egg with the butt crack?
the bug cat bug.
Cat bug. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cat
that's how
bug.
she got started with Catbug. Was we kept seeing the doll for Catbug, and she kept saying how cute it was. We had no
Yeah.
idea what it was, and then she
Bravest Warriors.
Yeah, she started watching Bravest Warriors. Now I almost said Adventure Time, two very different shows.
It's the same creator, though.
Yeah, but Bravest Warriors is funny.
I like Bravest Warriors.
Now,
Shots
what,
fired.
what was that manga that Lindsay showed us with the ear of corn that came out of the banana?
Oh, and the four.
She almost lost it.
and the
She
four.
almost lost the chocolate milk. she can do this.
No,
Zach Price somewhere, the
chocolate
hair
milk is
just
at the
on the
wrong
back of his neck.
You talking about the four naked gentlemen riding the ear?
She's still going to lose it.
She just sprayed chocolate milk all over somebody.
Which, by the way,
She
one of
was
our
right at
which
the
one of
perfect
our
second,
friends
too.
actually had it, and he posted a picture of it.
Oh, yeah, I know about that.
It wasn't
Ba-da-ba,
coming out of a
ba-da-ba.
banana. It was just a giant ear of corn.
I could have sworn that there was a banana peel involved.
It was
No.
Jack and the Beanstalk, but it was called Jack and the Beanstalk.
No, it wasn't.
You know what I mean? Do we have to censor that?
Mr. Black
that
and the
was
Beanstalk.
painful.
Mr. Black and the Beanstalk.
Jesus.
Oh,
I could have sworn there was a banana peel
Oh,
involved.
no, he ain't here, man.
I think it was.
I mean, I
That
can
ship
relook the
sailed.
cover up, but I don't remember.
She probably.
I'll take
she
your
has
word
the full
for it,
set.
but-
I'm
I
assuming.
do not.
I have cuter shirts.
I did not buy that one. Thank you.
I can't believe I wore this shirt to meet Marco Pumpgood. I have cuter shirts.
Wow.
I've seen that SNL bit.
Oh. Yeah, we're
So-
doing this SNL show sometime.
Yeah,
It's happening.
so an SNL show, a Simpsons show.
Yeah.
We've never done one of those either.
Yeah.
And I would love to do a Final Fantasy show. That's the hardest one because I don't know anyone that played Final Fantasy other than me. Like to a point that they could get on a show and talk about it.
yeah.
You can get Mike Spees on there.
I would have Mike Spees on there. Mike Spees
Mike
would be
Spees
great
would
for
do
that.
that. He would do
Yeah,
that.
I mean, like he's got some anxiety stuff that might prevent him from participating.
Oh,
in-
we've all got anxiety.
just don't
though,
tell him you're
but-
doing the show.
Yeah.
Just record and then be like, oh, by the way.
Or that might just be the one thing that you get him on here. He's like, yeah, put a mic in front of me
Yeah, I
because
was
that
saying, I
dude
think-
loves him some Final
Hunter, I
Fantasy.
think the jig might be up when he notices the giant orange microphone right in his face, and I'm pushing it toward him more.
No,
He's
no,
plugged
just
in.
ignore it. It's fine.
What if I disguise it as an ear of corn?
How many gentlemen are riding the ear of corn?
4. It was 4.
So, Lindsay, what was the plot of that one?
I don't know. I didn't read it. It was shrink wrapped.
Oh.
I'll give you one idea.
reasons? Where on the list of reasons why you didn't read it was the shrink wrap? Was that number one? If it hadn't been there, she would have at least thumbed through it real quick.
Well, she
I mean, in
wanted to know
fairness-
with a cover like that, you got to know the plot.
Oh no, it looked
Once
awful.
she showed us, like we honestly, like all of
Like
us were
we
sitting
were
there, like
laughing.
we were contemplating, like taking it out of the shrink wrap. Like, do you think they'd be mad?
So there was a time on one of the pre-shows, I made the mistake. We looked up cockyboys.com.
Oh God.
Became one of the best moments on the show of history. We had a laugh. I've never heard Asa laugh like a child. And then the innocence in his voice. So I'm gonna look up manga
Oh no.
Ear
men
of corn.
riding ear of corn.
I have, and I can't find it. That's
While
what I've
you're
been
doing
doing
that-
for the
looking
last
for it.
5
While
minutes.
you're doing that,
Why are you
speaking-
looking for it, Lindsay?
I don't remember the title of it.
Oh yeah.
I reminded her
of,
about
Did
it.
you hear
to look
her
up.
pause
I
on her
mean-
It's
words?
just corn.
There's Yowie on my phone.
That's true.
Yeah,
I said,
wow.
I
That's
said
what you
Yowie
wanna
as her
say on
background
the
once.
microphone.
While you're doing that, I know you or Jesse probably one will remember what I'm talking about. I can't think of the game.
It's just
but
corn.
Speaking of covers that don't make any sense for what they are, there was an SNES game, and I'm almost positive it was like a shoot 'em up.
Was it an old man?
Old man playing the
banjo?
banjo. What game was that?
Phalanx.
Phalanx. There he is. Thank you.
One of
Could not
the
think of
the
name.
all-time classic. Don't judge a
Yep.
game cover.
Because it just
game by
had
the cover.
nothing to do with
No,
anything in that
nothing
game.
to do at all. There's a
Not a thing
there's
at
a couple
all.
of them like that, and some games are really good with.
Imagine
terrible
judging the
covers.
first Mega Man by its cover.
I mean, it
Oh,
was
you-
pretty accurate.
You mean fat,
it?
out of
Kinda.
shape actor with a pistol?
Hey, in 8 bits, how can you tell? You don't know. That was the best facsimile they could make of that.
I do like the story behind that. Like somebody was supposed to
Yeah.
have like cover art ready for it, and they just didn't.
Nope.
So they're like, all right, well, we need this tomorrow. This is what the game is about. And then he just doodled something real quick, sent it in. Like, all right, cool. This is what we're doing.
This is it.
How's this guy? He's fine.
It's-
no one's ever going to play
work.
this game. It doesn't matter.
You know that game where they have you describe a game or a movie just totally wrong or just
Yeah, we did that last week.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
like they played on the show last week?
yeah. So
Why, yes, we have heard of this game.
I listened. Yeah, I feel like that picture
Why are you
is
winking?
the. I feel like that picture is the visual style of that game. They
Yeah,
described
yeah,
it terribly,
yeah.
and that's what he wrote.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
What I drew.
Well, except okay for Mega Man, yeah, but Phalanx. There's no part in that game where an old man plays a banjo.
It's not accurate.
I'm just
going
to
to
say that right now.
Like I'm picturing
Spoilers.
this game, like the guy on the port, playing a banjo, and all of a sudden you turn the game on, it's just a bloodbath shoot 'em up game.
But worse would have been if it
It's-
was, and you turn
I'm
it
gonna
on,
look it
there's a
up,
guy
show it
playing
to
a
you.
banjo.
Yeah, I'm going to show you the cover.
What kind of game is that?
I can't say. I don't know.
And
This
really,
is
like,
the cover. Oh, come on.
when I think of the
That's
word
what it looked
phalanx, I do not think of a shoot 'em up game.
It's
Yeah.
a space game.
I think
Yeah.
it's a shmup.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's
a
what I'm
shmup,
getting at.
yeah.
You fly the plane, you shoot the things.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Point is, it has nothing to do with
Nothing.
hee haw
Nothing.
over here.
But I mean, at least there is a spaceship on the cover.
I think he
Oh,
was
is it
on
really?
Barely. It's
I don't
very-
Yeah, oh yeah,
It's
it's in
not.
the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, I saw it.
Can I see the whole cover?
Yeah.
I have never noticed that spaceship. I've
No.
seen that cover a million
Because
times.
there's a man with a huge
man with-
beard and a
You're
banjo.
distracted.
Mountain Monsters over here is running the show on the cover.
And he's
speaking
about to
of
step
which,
toe to
coming
freedom.
back.
Speaking of which, Tanner.
No, no.
No, Tanner. I'm not saying you are Mountain Monsters, but you have news about Mountain Monsters.
August
20 something.
21st.
The
I think.
show's
It's
coming back. It's coming back.
Why?
You thought it
How?
was done. What do you mean why? Because it's amazing.
Sure.
What more do
bunch-
you want? There's a mountain and there's monsters.
There's a bunch of Appalachian
There's
scientists
Huckleberry.
that
Appalachian scientists.
that go hunting monsters with shotguns that they never use.
Do they have that Appalachian accent? Because
Oh
like,
yeah.
They talk like this, Jesse Kimball.
That was really loud in my ears.
Sorry.
Lord, yeah, no, like that's just a special breed
That was
of
a, that was a
hillbilly.
whisper.
My favorite part of it is that like they'll have parts where Huckleberry, because my favorite of course,
God.
he's talking to the other team members and he's talking like me and you are. And of course he sounds much dumber, but he's talking like this. But then the moment they cut to the part where he talks to the camera, like he's actually talking to the camera, to the audience, and it could be from me to Hunter here, like a foot. He's just like, I told him to get back on him. He starts screaming at the camera. There's no reason for it.
He
Maybe
can't see
he's
the
so sorry
microphone.
with
He
it.
just assumed there's not a microphone.
Well, he thinks
anywhere.
the,
microphone's
camera's
so
taking
little.
his soul.
He has to,
If
he
you're
has
looking
to
at it too
scare the
long.
camera.
He's an Appalachian scientist
Oh my god!
with a shotgun and overalls.
That's going to be
fair
your
as
next
we-
D&D character, isn't it?
Appalachian
I want to
scientist.
be an Appalachian scientist.
Time
Named
out.
Huckleberry or Buckle Harry.
Didn't
Oh,
someone?
Harry.
Didn't someone just? I'm pretty sure I watched in the news that there was a national park, may have been Mammoth Caves down in Kentucky. Someone said they saw a Bigfoot and started shooting at it. I'm really curious if it wasn't them.
I don't think they go that far. They might.
Like in
Kentucky's
distance or
way
shooting
too
at 'em?
urban
because
for
I
them.
definitely watched them shooting.
That's-
I am so tired. I got so tired of like they had an entire season dedicated to Bigfoot, and boy, I hated that because Bigfoot is the most boring monster in the world. At best, it's a giant ape you've never seen before. Who cares?
At worst, it's
be
literally
the
everything else that
missing
we've
link.
actually found about Bigfoot.
Yeah.
A dude in a costume.
Another missing link.
Yes.
Great. I'll call Doctor.
Dr. Banjo.
Call Doctor. Phalanx.
Dr.
Banjo.
Banana.
Full circle.
Full circle. All right.
I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Let's get to it. Let's get to the
Mr. Black.
The week, Lindsay, 14 minutes and 45 seconds. You got to keep track of these things. I'm helping you
I'm
out.
multitasking. That's fine.
So, did you hear about this, Kevin?
Did you hear about this, Kev?
There was a mom. We're starting good.
Oh.
Who posted this angry rant about Disney.
Oh, this one.
Why? I
yeah.
haven't heard this yet.
Oh, this is okay. First of all,
This
I
is going to
want to
break
point out,
Lindsay's heart.
this is also a very old story.
Well, except
How old?
yes, old story, but there's a new twist.
Okay.
There's a new twist.
Oh, boy.
So the old story is there's a woman, and this isn't even may not even be true.
I mean,
Yeah,
it went
'cause
viral
the-
like in 2016.
Yeah,
I
because
think.
the Facebook rant, before you get into it, reads almost like it's fake.
Almost like satirical.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's so over the top.
And I don't have the full thing here, but it's basically. Oh, actually, I do have the full thing here. Okay, Lindsay, get ready for the censoring. So this was reposted by someone on Twitter. This rant. Here's the rant about someone, a mother that had gone to Disneyland, okay, or Disney World, one of the two.
Well, it's
From a
ki-
mother,
It,
like,
kind
from a
of.
mother.
It doesn't state which because.
it won't matter for these purposes.
It's Disney
Trust me.
World. It's Disney
Okay,
World.
that's Florida.
Florida. Okay.
Yeah.
It pisses me off to no end when I see childless couples without at Disney World. Disney World is a family amusement park, yet these immature millennials throw away their money on useless crap. They have no idea the joy and happiness it is to mothers who buys their baby treats and toys. They will never experience the exhaustion that is to chase a 3-year-old around and getting stares, and I'm assuming I'm a bad mother. This in some very slutty shorts was buying a Mickey pretzel and ate in one, but the line was very long, so I said later, and it broke his poor little heart, and he cried. I need to start telling you dates on here because this is getting bad.
I mean,
just
like,
put
tell
16 minutes.
I was about to say the name
Just
at the
put
beginning
16
of it,
minutes.
or the time at the beginning of it. You're fine.
I wanted to take that fucking pretzel from that tramp like, thanks, bitch, you made my son cry. Disney World is for children. People without children need to be banned. Mothers with children should be allowed to skip all the lines. You have no fucking idea what it's like to have to stand in line for 3 hours with a cranky, tired, exhausted toddler, and I can't just tell him that we can't do something because it's his vacation too. I fucking hate childless women with a burning passion.
Ooh, can I go off now?
No.
Can I?
No, because it gets worse. I said there was a new twist.
But okay.
I'm real curious about this new twist.
So it's okay. When I say twist, it's not a super big twist or anything, but it very much sounds like it could be fake. So if it was just that, I would leave it alone, right?
Sure.
But the New York Post, and more specifically, I'm going to say the guy's name, Johnny Oleksinski, something like that. Let's just call him Johnny O.
Yeah, you're right. Oleksinski.
Johnny O posted an op-ed on the New
Polish
York
name.
Post that said, sorry, childless millennials going to Disney World is weird.
Oh, I did see this article.
Yeah.
And it said, millennials are indeed in an unhealthy relationship with Disney, having granted so much of their leisure time and personality to a single, enormous corporate entity meant for children. Lindsay, remembering that we're trying to keep cursing to an absolute minimum, and please protect our ears. Let's do this. You know what? Let's
Let's see if I can do this without cursing.
Let's do this in a subtle way. Let's stay calm.
Give him the ink pen and paper now so he can keep track.
Let's stay calm real quick. Why does this upset you the most?
Okay,
without
one-
immediately launching into Venom.
Taking any child under 5 to Disney, they're not going to remember a thing
Nope.
at all.
So I'm going to take that point first. That is one of the points people made. It's like, it doesn't sound like she's mad about her child not having a good time. It sounds like she's mad that she can't have a good time.
Exactly.
Because
her
of the child.
Yes.
Right.
As far as that goes. Yeah, just that on its own. Because my parents took me when I was 4, and I remember very, very little. And what I do remember is because of photos.
But you remember pure joy, right?
No. I remember being afraid of Captain Hook and
As you
being
should
too
be.
chicken to go chase after Pluto and get a picture taken with it.
That's a big dog.
That's
Darn.
yeah, and my cousin trying to pull off Donald Duck's eye. Like that's what I remember.
Jesus.
He was a
Dark.
toddler.
Oh, so
But-
he really doesn't remember this
Yeah,
part.
no. Like, yeah, I remember very, very little when I went. Now, when I turned 17, I remember everything, and it was awesome, and it was tons of fun.
And you didn't have to keep up with the kid the whole time.
Plus, most of those rides are meant for older visitors.
And how old were you when you went? 17?
17 when
So-
we went to Florida.
Okay, so you weren't a child. You weren't expected to have a child yet.
No, I was part of a family that went.
So if you went now, and
They can kiss my butt.
No child.
Because I want to go back to Disney because it is fun. It's an experience. You're supposed to have fun. Yes, kids are meant to have fun, but so are adults. It's not just meant for kids.
The idea that it's only for kids goes against exactly what Walt Disney himself said when he
Yes.
put it together. There's so many different quotes from him talking about how this is meant for everyone to be able to relive a time
Oh,
in their
you
life.
mean the thing that is literally on
There it is.
the Disney plaque that says, "To all who come to this happy place, welcome. Disneyland is your land. Here age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and
There you
promise of
go.
the future. Disneyland is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with the hope that it will be a source of inspiration and joy all over the world."
Yes, that.
Walt Disney himself, when asked about it, said, "You're dead if you aim only for kids. Adults are only kids grown up anyway."
exactly.
So, like, my beef is less with the alleged woman that wrote that article, because I truly
Right.
believe that article is like, or the post
My
was.
beef is with the person saying millennials have an unhealthy fixation
it's
with it.
It's with the writer who posted this op-ed and is so arrogant. Let me tell you the last thing that he says in this. This is the part that really set me off. Where is it? Let me find it here.
I'll let you go, and then I have something else to add when you're done.
Okay, so the last thing, he's trying to make the case that you shouldn't go to it. He says, "I know I'll get a barrage of emails and tweets explaining all the crafty ways Walt worshippers have shaved a couple $100s off their Disney trips. Noted. But that's not the point. Why not? Why do the same old, safe, boring thing when you could buy a round-trip Norwegian Airlines flight from New York to Paris right now for $280, get an Airbnb and sit along the Seine drinking rows? Who am I kidding? You'll skip the Louvre, I don't know how to pronounce that.
The
and go-
Louvre.
Louvre.
The
Yes.
Louvre.
And the same.
Also, it's the Seine
Seine.
and drinking rosé.
Okay, thank you. I can't see. God
Also,
bless it.
going to Disney doesn't require a passport, and you can go to Epcot and just pretend you're at all
Jesse,
those
they
places.
could go see the tulips in Holland.
They could go
They
see
bloom
the-
this time of year, I hear.
The arrogance
out of
of that.
school.
Yes.
Why go to Disney when you can fly
Plus-
to Paris?
Okay,
And-
if
right?
they're putting millennials in there, a lot of those people live locally and get season passes and go weekly.
Yeah.
A bunch of them are art students that want to get in with Disney, or they're people that work at Disney and go to the park because they enjoy it.
Well, God, if you want to get in with Disney, I got bad news.
I don't. I have a very love-hate relationship with Disney.
Well, he's
Why-
been dead for years.
No, he's frozen.
Why go to Disney
no!
when instead
Let it go. Let's just let it go.
No, why?
Let it go. You want to get sued?
No,
Why
honestly,
go to Disney when you could go to Paris? I don't know, because I wanted to go to Disney.
right.
Like, that's not even a fair question.
You hate
And-
frogs?
and
right?
again,
I mean, what is this?
the most pretentious part of that, like the worst part about that, because when I read that, like I was really upset about it too. Is like
Synagogue.
instead of doing the same old thing, who the and I'm sorry, Lindsay, mark the time real quick.
22 minutes and 20 seconds.
Who the are you that you are taking multiple trips to Disney per year, other than the people that Lindsay mentioned, like locals with season passes?
the same old thing.
Because
the
believe
same
me,
old
if
thing.
I was local, I would have a season pass. I would be part of D23. I would have got to go to their stupid 90s night back in March where they brought out all the Disney afternoon costume characters, and they had Darkwing and Launchpad and all of those people, and it's not fair.
She wants pictures of Spider-Man.
Not there yet. Give it time.
Also,
every week now, I'm
I
going to
think I
find
went
an
over
article
her head.
to enrage her. No, leave it alone. Enrage her.
You remember that rage of the week that Krista,
That
was going to do? That's
supposed to do.
Lindsay
That
now.
should be Lindsay now, as long as it's about Disney.
so for real though, I am going to figure out a way to go to Disney World once they open that Star Wars park.
I'm
yeah.
Seriously.
It's open. Well, it's open
The
in California.
Disneyland
The
one
Florida
is.
one.
The
Yeah.
Disney World one in Florida
Opens this month.
Does it really?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Because I got to figure out how to get there because that one's way better.
Yeah.
It's the full immersion experience where they give you clothes and everything.
I'm going to find a way
Wait a
to
minute.
someday go to Disney because I've never been.
It's fun.
See,
I've-
we went
I've
on
been
our
to the
honeymoon.
Six Flags.
And
It's the same thing.
It was
No,
killer.
it's
And
not.
again, we
Sure
went
it is.
without children. I mean, granted, we're not
Oh, I
having
feel
children.
so sorry for you.
Yeah, right. It was terrible.
You'll
No,
never
it
know
was-
the joy
it
of
was
having.
Awesome.
You'll never. How dare you sit there and eat those pretzels when
Wait,
you've
wait.
never experienced the joy of seeing
Lady,
a
you go
kid
suck on
poop
your Dole
all
Whip.
over itself.
Wait, I'm the only one that can give that speech.
No,
Oh.
I have children.
I'm the only one here.
I don't know where they are, but I've got them.
Oh, you got kids, maniac? Not anymore. So Tanner, as the only person here with a child, would you be upset by by people? And I hate this whole millennials thing.
Uh-huh.
Like, God, leave the millennials alone.
Well, millennials are ruining the Disney industry. is
they're
what I
ruining
heard.
everything.
Yeah.
They've ruined everything.
That's the thing. Even when we're pumping all of our money into Disney, apparently we're ruining the Disney.
Yeah.
The Disney experience.
Well, as a Gen Xer myself, I look down on
not what
millennials.
You're,
You're
not,
not.
You're a millennial also.
You're also millennial.
Nope.
Everybody at this table is millennials.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Yep.
It's true.
And
Sorry,
I'm sorry,
buddy.
I like my cartoon fixations. They can suck it.
You know, it's just
I mean,
the
I like
classic.
the cartoons can. Or,
Because they do make a
Big ear
cartoon
corn?
about that. I've got this great cartoon about 4 guys riding a corn stalk.
It's not a cartoon,
You
it's
know-
a comic.
It's always that classic, like the next generation is ruining everything.
Yes.
Like that's been a thing since there's record of Aristotle.
Oh,
Talking
I already
about
feel
it.
that way now. Every time I saw someone dab, I would just be like, "Oh, you kids."
yeah, but
are
to
the
be fair,
worst.
it is the worst.
It is.
Dabbing is terrible.
No, yeah,
flossing.
don't get me wrong. Like,
Or what about that kid that you like broke her trying to explain Gwenpool?
oh, that was funny. But I get
I
basically.
know this one.
We were at the Perryville convention. It's a super short story. This girl picked up a Spider-Gwen thing, and I was like, yeah, I like Spider-Gwen a lot because she was trying to make some conversation. And she's like, she's also Gwenpool. And I was like, well,
No,
that's Gwenpool.
that's a different character.
It was like, that's not Gwen Stacy. That is Gwen Pool. And then she just looked at me like it was a
You
really...
you could literally see like her eyes, like she was trying to comprehend it, and then it just went.
It's like that gif where they throw that piece of meat on that cat's head and it just freaks out.
What you couldn't see, you couldn't see her thoughts, which was like an old cartoon with a chicken and a cow dancing with a violin. The old time music.
The little monkey with the cymbals and he does
Yeah.
a backflip every once in a
Cymbal
while.
banging monkey.
Yeah, no, I mean we're at that age now where we're supposed to start hating the next generation. But when you talk about dabbing, I know at least in my class, more than a few kids did like the DX suck it.
Yeah.
like that was the thing
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
But see, that's cool.
Yeah, that was fun.
There's a difference. There's a difference.
When I would look at a teacher and I would give her the suck it or him, I'm not,
I don't discriminate.
and I would give the suck it sign. They know that I want them to suck it. That's the.
I can't decide if it's better if we call it the crotch chop because at this point,
Yeah, we call it the suck it. But like the dab,
all I can think of is The Office right now. By the way, what is the vacuum? The toy vacuum that is it called Suck It? I think
Yeah,
it's just
it's
called
called
Suck
Suck
It.
It,
Yeah, yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, the one that the former boss is trying to
yeah, and I
Yeah.
can't think of his name now.
because
David
it
Wallace.
picks
David
up-
Wallace,
yeah,
David
it picks up
Wallace.
the toys.
Yeah, it's called
no,
Suck
I
It.
remember
but
that
what
now.
message does the dab send?
Oh, you just dab on
dab
them.
on the
You dab
haters.
on the haters.
Yeah.
Tanner, answer the question. Are you mad about the millennials?
Nope. Well, not about Disney, but
All right, so there's your Mr. Black of the week. Was Johnny old
Olin Skinsky.
bitchky.
Old Polish guy.
In second place, I'll only mention it because you can go back to listen to last night's show. There was a wrestler named oh god, I don't even remember his name. That's how important he was. His name's Gunner something. It's like Gunner Watts.
The guy from TNA.
No, different Gunner.
Okay.
That's a good Gunner. This is bad Gunner. This guy, when it was announced that Marco had signed with AEW,
Oh yeah,
he posted a
Yeah.
picture of Marco in this huge rant about how it's a slap to the face of real athletes and stuff like that.
jeez.
And like, yeah, that guy got torn apart.
Right.
Believe it or not, when you say something stupid on the internet,
What a
sometimes-
surprise.
Asa posted about in the group chat.
Probably, yeah, because we all posted. Like I posted on the dude's page, just like that wasn't smart.
Was
Have
the
I
guy
told
that
you
used
how
to be
much-
local or is
No,
this-
you're thinking
Oh,
of
this is a different guy.
Yeah, okay.
This guy's an
This is
actual
different.
wrestler, and he's friends with a couple people that I work with. So I didn't want to say too much. I just literally told him like, this was a bad idea. You need to get your mind right. I left it to everyone else to tear him apart.
Yeah.
And they did.
Because I don't understand, like, you know, in a fandom where you have dark wizards coming back from the dead and, like, all this other nonsense. You're
And his
upset
brother,
about a
the
little
one who's
guy-
on fire all the time,
Right, with the horrible scars and everything.
that don't actually exist.
And the funny part is that someone would say like, well, that's stupid WWE. We're talking about indie wrestling. And then you would say, okay, Joey Ryan flips people with his penis.
Luchasaurus.
He is one of the most popular, like, indie, like, he is popular enough that I know who Joey Ryan is.
I took the flip.
Yeah. Like,
You
Shannon,
didn't
I did
you?
take the
forgot
Shannon's
about
gotten
that,
a
yeah.
handful of that package.
He told me some people cheat and they grab my inner thigh. All the other wrestlers in the locker room were like, you better grab his penis.
And he did.
And I did. It
Yeah,
was like
no.
one of those comedies where the firefighters are holding onto the hose as it's swinging around.
I remember the day after you took it, we had the Smash tournament, and I was talking to
yeah.
some people about it because I think that was actually the first one that I had shown up to in a while. with the one with Joey Ryan in it. Yeah, we had the Smash tournament the next day. I was talking to it, like they're like, "What'd you do last night?" I saw Shannon take a dick flip, and everybody there was like, "The hell is a dick flip?"
Everyone started pulling out their phone and looking up.
No, I grabbed the laptop, pulled it up.
Let me take care of this.
This reminds me of Nate. What is no?
No.
Talk about it.
No.
Have I told you how much this show, we were talking about SNL earlier, by the way, it reminds me of the Dana Carvey version of the McLaughlin group with you just as him doing the wrong and moving on to the
Oh
next.
God!
You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
he was the political commentator. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
He
What
would
will
bring up-
question 14 be?
And no matter what
It's
he said,
just us.
wrong.
So
It was him, Phil Hartman,
That was a
a
funny
couple other
skit.
people. It was a good sketch. Good sketch.
So you bringing up the story about Nate just now reminds me. We were playing Cards Against Humanity for the first time the other day, and
You and Nate?
no,
That's
no.
pretty cool. He's
No,
I'm glad you two are hanging
I'm
along.
glad you're playing. No.
No.
What do you mean Cards Against Humanity?
Can you imagine him playing that though?
Where'd Moran come from? The news fox.
Mitch McConnell is not a Russian asset.
This is a true throwback tonight.
Oh, what was it? Comrade Mitch? That
Moscow
was
Mitch.
Moscow Mitch.
Moscow
that
Mitch.
was it.
He's
Yeah.
mad.
Oh, he got
Real
so
mad.
mad
He
about
got
that.
so mad that he stopped proceedings to give a speech about how he's not a Russian asset. And good. That made me so happy.
That'll help.
Yeah, no, how salty he got about that hashtag
He
trending.
looks like the worst turtle at a party.
What's
He
the
is-
best turtle?
He is
at a
too
party?
turtley for the turtle club.
The
Which would the
best
best one
turtle
be?
at a party, in my opinion.
Is Michelangelo?
No. Michelangelo would be the worst Ninja Turtle to hang out with. You know,
At a party?
That's
It's not true. He would have pizza.
Oh, no. This is the show now. This is what it's about. Who's the best turtle at a party?
I assume Michelangelo.
Wrong!
He pulls out the little baggie with pizza. He's like, "Who wants to party?"
And you'd be like, yeah, pass that around.
Yeah, I do.
He's got that best pizza. Anyway, Tanner, what about Cards Against Humanity?
Anyway, so the video you had Nate look up.
Nathan.
Nathan, I got proper on
Oh
this.
God, yeah, he got super sophisticated.
We haven't used real names on the show in a while. I'm upset that we are. I'll be honest with you.
It's Nate.
It's
Nate's
Nate.
fine.
Like we're not bad.
Nate's
now,
been
though.
on the show.
It's not actually going to, it's just going to say Mr. Black over and over
Yeah.
again.
Once you've been on the show, I feel like you're open to ridicule.
Ah,
Oh,
with one exception.
Tanner would like to disagree because of the bucket.
I tore Tanner apart though.
No, not the bucket. Though
Mr.
you keep
Bucket.
bringing it up, we're gonna have problems. Anyway,
in my mouth.
we're playing Cards Against Humanity, and a card came up bringing up that word while I was pouring myself another drink, and my sister-in-law had the card. She is as innocent as they come.
Oh no.
Wait, what word going back? I've lost track of the story.
It's a Japanese word. Imagine if you had a
Oh.
circle of men.
Oh. You remember when the word was discovered and
It's like that game.
yeah, no, I
It's
got
like
it.
that game Monkey in the Middle.
Why are we avoiding saying the word?
Because I don't want anybody else looking it up.
I don't know if that's a word I have to
I'm
censor.
pretty sure we've said it on the show before.
We have,
but
but
not-
we're trying to
You know
be
what? I'm
honest.
just
Yeah,
going to go and
no.
break it. I'm going to say bukkake.
Okay, thank you. So anyway, the card is out there. She
I'm just gonna go ahead
asked.
and say Mr.
She
Black.
asked. I'm laughing from the refrigerator. I'm laughing from the refrigerator. My cousin is laughing. She asks, "What does that mean?" He tells her,
What is buck cake?
"Google it."
Oh,
cake.
no, don't ever Google bukkake.
Well, she did.
Good job.
Literally, he said, "Google it." And I
Was
went,
safe
"No!"
search on?
But when you did it, it was all in slow motion, like you were trying to run over and stop her.
But everyone else is in normal motion. They were like, "What's wrong with Tanner?"
She's
that
just
Michelangelo
Googling away.
Time to party, dude.
I just came to party, man. Also,
not
to answer
here?
that previous question, the best turtle at a party would be. I lost it.
It's
now.
the mecha one. The
what's
his name?
Metalhead?
There you go. Yeah,
I don't know. I think Venus,
you could probably get him to clean up.
the
after.
female turtle.
Who?
Somewhere,
You mean
Ace,
Jenna?
the hair on the back of Ace's neck just stood up.
He just felt a disturbance on the force. All right.
Is it bad? I already forgot they finally did officially add a female turtle.
No, they
Yeah, but
didn't.
this one's better. The
didn't
one that they've
happen.
added now is better. I forget what her name is.
Jenna. I just said it.
It must not be better because you can't remember her name.
So she's not.
and
named
yet you
after,
know Venus de Milo,
I don't
the
know.
psychic
At least I think
turtle.
that's what her name
No,
is.
I'm gonna keep talking over this. People need to know.
She wore blue. You can't find another color other than the four.
It was technically teal, and
Was
that
it?
made her braid because it was a longer thing
Why
in the
could-
back.
Wasn't there a female turtle in the Power Ranger crossover?
That's
Yes,
the Venus
that's
de Milo.
Venus.
Okay.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, that was the very bad turtle.
Her full name is Jenica. They just call her Jenna.
Jenica. Okay, so she's got a YouTube series where she teaches how to put makeup on. I'm assuming.
That does sound like, isn't that a thing? Regardless, she has.
What's up, guys?
She has a yellow
This
bandana.
is Jenica.
She got the yellow bandana, and she's actually a human turned turtle instead of a turtle turned.
I'm just
human.
proud that they didn't make it pink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good call.
That should have been. It should have been pink.
No.
But she's also
That's so
doesn't have
boring.
like the weird like turtle boobs on the shell.
Good.
That's good. That's better. Never understood the turtle breasts.
No, it didn't make any sense.
So GameStop.
Oh, yeah, we do
segue.
still have other
Speaking of
stuff to
turtle
talk about.
Speaking of turtle breasts, old
Have you
turtle
heard
breast
about
itself, GameStop.
Is it gonna be another retail hell show?
It doesn't make sense.
No,
So
have you not heard this story?
No, I heard about the. All I heard about was the regional manager thing.
Yeah,
and,
well,
and
was it-
really, when I say I heard about it, I read the headline.
It wasn't just
aware.
regional managers. So this channel, YouTube channel, it's like Camelot something. I don't know. I don't watch it. He talked about it a couple days ago before it broke because he used to. I guess he's getting information fed to him from former GameStop employees.
Well, apparently it's all over Reddit too.
It is now. It's everywhere. So GameStop is restructuring, and they let go 1/3 of their managerial force. Basically, it was like over 50 regional managers or regional
Over 50 DMs,
Regional leaders.
a
Yeah,
bunch
DMs,
of regional leaders,
LP, and
LP,
HR.
Yeah,
So
Because they also changed manager to leader. There's no longer. They don't have managers.
yeah. Basically, they
anymore.
made a bunch
that
of
makes
people
way more
redundant.
sense.
Yeah.
Was
They-
the thing they
they-
made a bunch of redundant positions?
Yeah, so like, because I remember I was talking to Krista about this because she actually was ASM at a store down in New Orleans for a little while.
Right.
But yeah, they changed it to ASL and SL. So
They
yeah,
just
store
switched to
leader
leads.
and and assistant store leader.
They
Well,
were
my
s-
store calls
What
us
kind
all
of
coaches.
What kind of positions do they have for ASMR? do they do that now?
They were so
I mean, they
sure-
sell everything else. They
Yeah,
may
but
as well.
if they figure out a way to make money out of it, they probably will.
They were so sure that changing it from manager to leader was going to save them money.
That's it.
Well, just like when they changed from used to pre-owned.
Yeah, we use it conjures
had
up
such
a
a
negative,
terrible
image,
connotation.
you know?
Just because you give
Pre-owned.
someone the title leader doesn't mean they will act like a leader.
Debbie, that sounds good. You're a leader now.
Well, this sounds like
Thanks,
Dollar
Hank.
General all over again.
Were you a leader?
I was. No, I was ASM.
Oh,
you make more money as a
ASL.
leader, but you have more fun as a
I was
follower.
ASM. Dollar General.
and how long did you work there?
2 years.
Too long.
No, you didn't.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been
It's
that
a couple
long.
months at best.
It feels like it was
I
not
remember
that
it
long.
better. Yeah, wrong.
Wrong.
You all had Special K with
So-
banana.
So they say GameStop circling the drain. What do you think? Now, most of us at this table have worked at GameStop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of these
Yes.
things is not like the other.
20%
I don't
of this
remember the
table
song,
has not
otherwise I would
worked
sing
at
Yes.
GameStop.
It's true.
1 out of 5 members of the cast
Okay,
testified that it was
Only
GameStop.
4 and
do
5
not
cast
recommend
members
Crest.
recommend not working at GameStop.
1 out of 5 cast members avoided working at GameStop using this one weird trick.
What happened
Not
next will
applying.
shock you.
GameStop managers hate him.
No, he pre-ordered a lot.
They
of
don't really
games.
like
we love
anybody, though,
Tanner.
do
So that's what you get for having that kid. Now you can't be a part of this conversation.
You're the only one that has a valid
You're the
opinion about
only-
Disneyland, apparently.
Yeah,
But we got the rest of
doesn't
this.
have a valid opinion about GameStop.
That's it.
So Jesse, myself, Hunter, and Lindsay all worked at GameStop.
Yes.
3 out of
I
the 4
had
in
stuff
management.
thrown at
Yes.
me. I got called nasty names.
Half of us quit.
Wait, who
Half
wasn't
of us
in
were
management?
forced out. I'll let you guess which one was.
Lindsay, were you not in management?
I was a key holder.
Okay.
Yeah, she was an SGA.
SGA.
That's
That's close enough. Yeah.
This is part-time management.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want GameStop to go out of business. First off,
Yeah.
like I know everyone says, "Oh, it'd be great for your store." It might be, but like
I
like
like
GameStop.
being able to go into a store and buy something. I don't want to have to get to a point where I order everything.
I mean,
Well,
if you want to be
just
as-
kill yourself now because that's the way of the future. That's what Amazon's for.
if you want to back out as far as you can and be as obtuse as possible, nobody wants to see anybody lose their job.
Right.
We've all
exactly.
said that a million
Yeah.
times over. But, I mean, do I have a personal grudge against GameStop? Yeah, a little bit.
Hey, same.
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I was let go unfairly as
Hey,
far as
same.
I,
Well, I kinda
believe the
deserved it.
situation. But
I said some things.
I quit.
we were talking about this earlier. I don't want to skip too far ahead in the conversation, but how do you fix it? I mean, nothing's working for them because they bought up ThinkGeek.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be the thing. That's going to do it.
And they shut down ThinkGeek.
Right. That didn't do it. Well, I mean, it still runs under the website ThinkGeek, but they control it all. They get
Well,
all
they-
profit.
they
I
also
thought they
buy-
were
are they
shutting
still
down
running?
like
are
the
they
website.
running
No.
on debt though, or are
Okay.
they
Yeah,
just
you
not
can still
making
buy
the
stuff.
profits they want?
They're just not making
Because I
profits.
thought I had read a thing like not too long ago, like a month ago, that they were closing down the website.
Oh, now I don't know. That's more recent than I have looked at ThinkGeek. So
they also had
I'll look it
Congregate.
up while we're talking.
right. Yeah.
Congregate.
Congregate,
Well,
they had
that's actually still going.
They had the PC downloading service that was going to rival Steam that
I
died.
don't even know what any of this stuff is.
Well, these are all failed GameStop
Yeah.
attempts.
Well, and my understanding for a long time there was the point was
Tanner, you could be in this conversation. I was
they
kidding.
bought up ThinkGeek. And they were going to, because they were putting so much merchandise into their stores, they
Yeah.
were basically just going to make their brick and mortar stores into ThinkGeek.
They were
stores,
mini
pretty
Hastings,
much.
basically.
Right. You would have your games, but you would also have this stuff too.
Right.
But apparently that's not working. So now they're talking about, from the article that I shared with you guys earlier, apparently the discussion is they're going to have some stores that are going to be strictly
Retro.
retro,
Yeah.
circling around pre-owned stuff. No
That
new
was-
games at all.
Oh, like not okay.
It's basically just going to be only retro games or only older games, all
If
pre-owned stuff.
they
'Cause
still
the-
had 2 stores in every area, that would make more sense.
Well, don't worry.
but-
Some
Well-
areas have 5 stores.
And there's still
What?
more than that. It's not just going to be that too. Some of them are just going to be merch.
St. Louis has easily 6 stores.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's different. I meant like for our area, we have 1. Okay, what if they turn ours to a retro store, but we still want toys and new
I don't
stuff?
think they
We're
would.
gonna have to go somewhere else.
There's
like,
also
just theoretically.
They've also got an idea based around some of their stores becoming just esports related stores
Yep.
for those areas. So they would have setups where you can play in the store, their teams can play there.
Wait, hold on. So you're telling me a retro gaming store where you can pay money to play video games
Sounds
hell
like
you said?
Valhalla.
No, never work. They're not going to do 2 in 1.
never work? Good.
Because I also saw the same thing. Also, just real quick going back, ThinkGeek.com is closing. They're
Okay.
as of June 14th was the time this article was published. Soon, I guess they might be doing it right now. 50% off moving sale.
Wow.
Everything is going to be a lot of the ThinkGeek stuff will still be available to purchase, but it'll be on GameStop.com.
GameStop's website. Huh.
So,
So they're just
so-
shutting down in e-commerce. They're not actually getting
Yeah.
rid of their.
Yeah, they're
merch.
shutting down the ThinkGeek.
They're just consolidating.
Website. Yeah.
Is really what it is.
so when all this started, and I kind of had a feeling something was coming, but like I'm a huge Power Rangers fan, and I collect some of the replica toys and stuff. Toys R Us, that was the only place you could get them for a long time. Well, when they closed, GameStop picked up that toy line.
Yeah.
I guess through ThinkGeek. Like most of these replicas and stuff are like high dollar,
Yes.
80 plus. All the Power Ranger stuff went to $20 a couple weeks ago.
Whew.
Like
Yikes.
I'm talking Saba, the White
That's
Ranger
when you
sword.
got that stuff that you were
Uh-huh.
asking us
And
about.
then I
Yeah.
got it was crazy, but it was all over the country.
Well, it's sad. Everyone says brick and mortar stores are dying, and I like to think that no, good service, because GameStop doesn't have good service.
Well, that's
for
what you
some.
have to do with it. Like, not like that. That's the company I work with. Like, they push more than anything. You have to have that customer service. You have to make the customer experience
Okay, but
because otherwise they
but-
can just go buy it online.
Get it online,
But
yeah.
the store that you work at,
Mm-hmm.
it's much harder to shop for a clothing item when it's so specific sometimes and get the exact right thing. You feel more comfortable going into a store and trying them on. With video games, you know what you're getting into. There's absolutely no reason to go into a brick and mortar store and order a game than just order it online. Like it's not specific to you. It's just a game.
Which is why all the
Unless-
more reason they should make that experience for the
They should,
customer.
and that's part of what they're
gonna
wanting to
say-
do with the restructuring. Is they said they want to put an emphasis on customer interaction and stuff like that.
Right.
Because I said in the group chat earlier, GameStop, they've tried so many different things at this point.
Yeah.
They only have one identity, and it's the store you don't want to go to.
You know what really kills me about that, though, is that, and I mean, it's now been years. I was let go from GameStop in 2007. So, I mean, it's been over 10 years since I was there. But probably I was there for 4 years, about 2005 or so, about halfway through the run. Just as an example, you're saying now that the big thing is, they need to have good customer service. Back then, they were killing that kind of customer service interaction. About the time the PlayStation 3 came out, I remember I had a guy come into the store. It was the middle of the day. Nothing was really going on. It was pretty slow. And he was just interested in getting a system. He hadn't had a system since his classic PlayStation. He said he was interested in the newer systems. Well, they were pretty pricey. PlayStation 3 dropped at $600, if I remember correctly.
Yep.
But I asked him what he was into. We had a
That was for the
conversation.
20 gig, I think.
Yeah. He started talking about Resident Evil. I love the Resident Evil games. So we had a pretty long discussion about them, about 20 minutes. I mean, at least just in retail is eternity,
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I convinced him, hey, man, probably future Resident Evil games are going to be coming out here. Some might be exclusive. It might be worth looking into that. I ended up talking him into getting a brand new PlayStation 3, couple of games, extra controller. I mean, it was a pricey sale. After the fact, as opposed to someone saying, hey, that's great, you sold a system and sold almost $1,000 worth of stuff. What I got was, you spent too much time with that customer.
No,
And you
that's,
should
that's,
have done something else in that time. Other people walked in and walked out at that time. Well, it's not like I ignored those people. I said to those people, hey, how's it going? Is there anything I can do for you? No, we're just looking cool. Let me know if you need some help.
That reminds me of that time Jesse and I were working, and this woman comes in, and we're like, hi, how you doing? Do you need help with anything? She's like, no, I'm just looking around. Like, okay. Let us know if you need anything. So we talk to each other, and we're working on stuff. And then she comes up and complains that we ignored her. And she tried to make it racial because she was black.
I do remember that.
And I remember Jesse going like, man, we greeted you at the door and asked if you needed anything. What do you want? She was so mad because...
And if you follow those people
just
around,
like,
then it's, hey, you don't have to bother me. I'll figure my stuff out on my own.
I don't want to be bothered when I go to the store
Same.
personally.
And yeah, they made like, and it was one of the most polite things ever. Is like, ma'am, we're sorry we greeted you at the door. Like, what can we do for you? Like,
Right.
yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like that was very much like the GameStop thing. They wanted you to do more and more, and then like after you left, it just kept getting worse because they. Because I remember I started in 2007, so I started like right after you were out, and I remember back then, like specifically, you were like our goals for subscriptions, which like the Edge card at the time, like became the Power Up Rewards card, etc. I remember those were 4%. You wanted 4% subs, and you wanted 8% reserves, and that was those were the goals.
Frankly.
Do what?
Subs?
Yeah, I prefer the dubs to subs.
You don't have to pay as
You can
attention.
get more stuff done.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I remember that by the time I left, 25% res was the goal and 20% sub.
Yeah,
That was insane.
When I left, it was 15 and like 8, which was still a dramatic increase.
Yeah, and like on top of that, they shortened our hours because I remember when I started in 07, like the minimum number of hours you would get was like 95 for your associates.
They put it bare minimum.
By the time I left, 83 was how like the minimum they could post on there, but Jackie told us you were only allowed to use 80.
Yeah. GameStop, they've shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah.
The in-store is a miserable experience because they push stuff on you constantly. They give you no
And you
incentive
can tell they
to-
don't want to.
They don't. No, I always tell people
who does?
Their raises are based on it.
Yep.
Yeah, I
Like
always
if they
tell
don't
people
do it, they don't get paid.
they bother you because they have to. It's not because they want to like bother you. There's so much pressure from corporate.
Yeah.
And they haven't gotten any better.
It's
They've
just, hey,
only
sell
gotten
some video
worse.
games. Well, not like that.
Yeah.
You know? That's the part that just blows my mind.
And then you've got a bunch of employees that are just bitter because of all the stuff they have to do, and like they're
And
annoyed.
no recognition
They're annoying
and getting
you.
yelled at.
Yeah, and they're getting yelled at
Yeah.
by corporate and by customers because they're bothering people.
Yep. So yeah, you have like a bunch of bitter people. They have no interest in helping customers.
Right.
It-
Oh, I was on a conference call once, and I think I've told the story before. This one might get me in trouble because it's like on the conference call. I was on a conference call
with Mr. Black.
and with
It's
Mr.
fine.
Black was on the phone.
We'll make it work.
And he, this guy, they're talking about stuff, and I mentioned on the call, I said my employees are getting restless. Like there's no hours. They're not getting paid a ton. They're not motivated. Like what can I do to help motivate them? And the guy's reasoning with me was,
oh yeah.
Fire them, hire someone new.
he said there's a lot of other people that want to work there. And I remember saying on the conference call, like, that's ridiculous. I'm not going to tell them that. The GameStop has no, and it wasn't even that guy's fault. Probably he probably had it drilled in his head over and over again. GameStop is a terrible, terrible company to work for.
How many people did we have who worked with us? And I can think of one specifically who literally said this every time. Hey, I could just go down the hallway and wash dishes at the Mexican restaurant and make what I'm making here.
Could mow lawns.
Yeah, I can just go mow lawns.
Mow lawns.
Which he did.
He
and
did.
probably did make as much money because eventually that's what they do to you.
Yeah.
They drive you out of that business.
So I really want GameStop to live on. I want them to find their own identity, and I want them to become
Improve?
better. Yeah, because Hastings really did leave a giant void.
Yep.
Yeah.
Toys R Us has left a giant void. I know everything is going digital, but I will never be a digital shopper. That's not a shot at anybody that is. It's just I'm like Lindsay. I like to go to places. And
I
I
like
to shop.
looking.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah.
physically picking
Yeah.
the thing up, looking at its packaging, being able to actually figures and toys. I like being able to look at the paint jobs and having my choice over which ones I want, so that I don't get someone that's eye is looking at me and the other eye is looking across
Rick.
the hall.
One I was looking at me, one I was looking at Rick. Yeah. So that is our wish for the future. If GameStop, they may be going on the way out. They may be a couple months. We might be in a world where in a couple months we'll be going. Remember when GameStop was open? Remember when there was a GameStop?
Though, I mean, in fairness, like I have, especially like our GameStop. There's one employee at our GameStop now that I like, and she doesn't work all that often. So,
Is it the
like,
one I'm thinking of? Married to someone else that we know?
yes. I feel like it's not a bad thing for us to call her out on the show, but I don't want to because GameStop might fire her.
Oh yeah, 'cause
Yeah.
so that same guy that leaked this early, the
Yeah.
Camelot guy, his video right before that was talking about a manager that he was friends with that GameStop
no.
knew that he was making, but she wasn't the one feeding him info.
Yeah.
He just made GameStop videos criticizing them. They fired her because of it, because they were friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't want to name
So
any
yeah,
names
no, I'm not
on the
gonna
show.
not gonna name any names. The
'Cause
store
we
manager.
know GameStop listens.
Yeah, the store manager I cannot stand. I do not like her even a little bit. I have not gone into GameStop since the last time I did a trade in for Lonnie. Because like I get the games cheaper at Best Buy for now. They're ending that program. But even after they end the program, like I still get a $10 like gift card every time I buy a new game.
Sometimes I think Amazon was bad for us.
You think?
Like,
That's a whole other show, homeboy.
man, I want Amazon. There's parts of me that want Amazon to fail.
My boss gets so angry anytime someone talks about shopping on Amazon.
Well, because it's so hard to compete.
Well, especially
I
now
know.
in the clothing retail, because they've got a deal now where you can order something,
try it on.
try it on,
and then send it back. Yep.
Which to me,
Which I mean, they
is-
should,
that
because you
sounds
have to be able to try
ridiculous,
stuff on.
though. That
And
sounds
the-
so ridiculous that it's like, well, I need this dress for next week. I'm going to order it, hope it's right, and if not, I'll send it back and we'll try this again. As opposed to going to a store and trying it on and buying it.
I mean,
People are
and in
lazy.
fairness, people do
are
that in
lazy.
stores too. Like,
I am surprised Bob does not order his groceries through Amazon because I know you can do that.
Yep.
You can.
I'm surprised he goes to the store and gets them himself. You
when
lazy
I-
son of a.
I'll be honest. I don't want to support this kind of business, but it sounds just magical. Have you seen the Amazon grocery stores?
Oh, yeah.
Like the ones you actually walk in?
No.
Yep.
I remember hearing stories about it, but
These things are incredible. You walk in, you log in with your phone, and everything you pick up, like you sync it to your cart. Everything you pick up, you put in the cart, it adds it to your Amazon like cart.
Yeah.
And as soon as you walk out the door,
There's no lines.
there's
just
no
walk
lines.
straight
You're
out.
buying it as
Yeah.
you take it off the shelf.
You walk out the door. That's when you buy it.
Or yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it gets added to your cart like real time as you're adding it. You walk out of the building
That's
and
smart
it
for
charges
theft too, because how do you log in? They
with a
actually have a
phone.
login. Okay.
Yeah.
So technically, someone could steal your phone, log in, take a bunch of groceries, and you would be charged for it.
you. Similarly, somebody could grab your wallet, walk in, grab
Well,
a bunch of groceries.
what I was thinking was like that is such a good deterrent against theft because no one's going to walk into a store, and if you pay for it the moment you leave, you have to log in to get in.
Yeah.
And if they try to leave with it, you're automatically charged.
Well, I'm
It's such a
assuming
deterrent.
because they're not going to have cashiers. I'm assuming they're going to have kind of a Sam's Club set up where there's probably somebody at the door just to make sure that there's nobody bolting out.
Yeah,
trying
you've
to
got it.
throw it over the sensor or whatever the deal
It's the
is.
current Walmart situation where you have like the one employee that's making sure all 45 of the self checkout lines
Yeah.
are working.
Yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what this Amazon
Let me
place
tell
is
you-
like.
Let me tell you how well that's working.
God.
I may have told you guys this story before, but I went to Walmart once, and I'm not going to say where. It's all fine. But
Kate.
I went I went to Walmart once to pick up like 4 or 5 things for us, fairly minor. It was like $20 worth of stuff. Go through the self checkout, and I have no idea what I had on my mind, but I scanned everything, put it into the bag, and I walked right out the door. Completely did not even realize that I did not pay in the process. I got my card out, had it out, put it back in my wallet, got back. I get back home. And it was as I was getting the stuff out of the bag, I was like, I don't have a receipt. Did I throw the receipt away? Did I just steal this stuff? I think I just... And the longer I ruminated on it, the more I was like, I think I just walked out. So I called Walmart. I'm like, hey, look. That's what it felt like. I was like, look, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm pretty sure I just walked out without paying for stuff unintentionally. And to be fair, they were super nice about it. They were like, well, okay, what register were you on? And I could explain which one it was. They figured out what number. They go back to the camera that's on it, and they're like, yeah, you got your card out, and then you just walked back out. Like, okay, so what do I do? And they were like, well, because I was like, I'm on my way back to the store now. Just bring it back, go to the service desk, and we'll just have you pay for it there. I was like, all right, cool. But yeah, I mean, in the end, it worked because I was honest and told them I just stole $20 worth of stuff by accident.
I like to think that
I mean-
you pulled your card out to pay. You stopped for a second because you thought about something, and then you looked down your card and was like, my card's out. I must have already paid.
That's exactly what happened. I mean, I can't imagine any other scenario other than that.
I can't.
It was also the weirdest. It was like sour cream and like some pens and like just a bunch of weird stuff.
I feel like I could rip off Best Buy every time I go in because whenever I return stuff to Best Buy, never once have they checked to make sure it was in there.
Yeah.
Ever. And I know it's because they just trust me because I'm in
Right.
there so much.
Yeah, they know you.
But like I have taken stuff back, like $100, $200 items that for various reasons, like I can't use it or whatever. And they just like take it, slap a sticker on it and go, cool, thanks, man.
Yep.
Yeah, it's been everybody at customer service knows us by now.
Yeah.
'Cause we go in
Well,
there
except
so
the one
often.
that doesn't and cards me every time.
Oh my God, no!
You know who I'm talking about.
I do, because every single time, like she tries to make conversation, then she's like, "Well, I need to see your driver's license." You know who I am.
You just talked to me yesterday. How many times are we going to go through this? You need to go work at GameStop.
Still gonna need to see somebody.
Yeah, because it would be one thing like if she actually had to scan in the driver's license.
Yeah.
She doesn't. She just has to see it.
She just wants to see your mug.
She do the thing where she holds it up by your head, like I don't know if this
No,
is
she-
that
she
guy.
throws-
doesn't look
Every
like
single
you.
time she throws it in the stupid little fraud detector.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing she has to. It doesn't scan anything. It just shines the light so you can see if
to make
it's
sure
the-
that it's not like something you
legit.
printed out.
And it's just like, bitch, you see me like at
Lindsay,
least once a month.
54 minutes.
Am I the only one who gets
That's a
irrationally
54
angry anytime that and it's very rare, but that I use a $100 bill to pay something and they get that pen out and they scratch the 100. Oh,
No,
that makes
wor-
me so mad. I
worse-
know you have to do it.
worse
but
for
I
me-
didn't counterfeit that money.
Worse for
If
me
it's
is
counterfeit,
when-
I didn't do it.
When someone
Just
comes
printed
in-
it off this morning.
Yeah, when they come in to pay for it and they say that every time. You would
that
think
joke
that
is
like
so funny.
Yeah, you would
Oh,
think
man.
that joke is so cliched at this point, no one would make it anymore.
How many
Let's make it
times-
ironically.
How many times
Right.
at this store, because of the way it's set up, have you heard, "Oh, no price tag on here. I guess it's free."
Guess it's free.
Oh my God. So I do have a story about that $100 bill thing though. That like this is just me being a douche at GameStop. Just straight up. This guy was just annoying the crap out of me, buying like a couple of things, didn't want to buy pre-owned, didn't want to get a card, didn't want to reserve anything. So basically he was going to tank my numbers a little bit because he
Yeah.
was one of 4 people that came in that day.
Yeah.
So yeah, and like now I look back on it, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But you know, he handed me the $50 bill to pay for his thing. I pulled out the pen, started marking because you got to, and then the guy just, you know, he made the joke like, "Oh, I just printed that off this morning." I was like,
fresh.
and I was like, "Ooh,
Shouldn't say that.
too bad." And I passed it back to him. He's like, "No, man, it was just a joke." Oh, yeah, but once you say it,
Once
Yeah.
you say it, it's in
It's
my
out
head.
there now.
yeah, we've had a problem. We have had a bunch of these $50 bills
I-
coming in fake.
I don't know if you checked today. And one more thing, and then we have a list I want to get to because I still want to do this
Oh,
list. I mean, we have 5 minutes to do it. We'll go over. We own the network.
I'm gonna let you read then.
I
'cause-
read quick. I read
She's
real
drawing.
fast.
She's busy.
I had a guy come in today. Jesse, I don't know if you saw this. I think Hunter saw it. But he comes in. They want to do a trade in, so I start to help them with the trade in, and they have Super Nintendo and the port's broken on the back where the plug-in goes. So I tell them I'm gonna have to charge for this because it's broken. Let me see if I have an extra one. I don't have one up here, so I tell Dalton, who's sitting on the couch, "Hey Dalton, watch the front for a second. I'm gonna go in the back and grab an extra." So he goes like, "Okay." He gets up, he stands up. I start to walk towards the back, and then the guy, because they both look like they're methed out, because of course they do. She had been calling for a week straight, almost every day, asking if she could sell this, and it's driving me nuts. So I finally said, "Fine, I will take it." As I walk back, he goes, "Man, it must be nice to have a job where you just sit around and play video games all day."
Oh,
and that's
boy.
the second time I've heard that in probably 2 weeks. So I turn around and look at the guy and just solemn, straight face, and I said, "Yeah, that would be really nice, but that's not what we do here. We work." And he just like the look of terror on his face, and he goes like, "I didn't mean any disrespect by it, man." And I didn't acknowledge him. I looked at him and I walked off. And about that point, Dalton walks over to kind of diffuse the situation. He's like, "Yeah, I'm on the clock. I'm off the clock, so I can do whatever I want." Dalton said that she tore into him when I walked away, like the guy, about the way he was acting. He apologized again when I came back out, and like, I get he probably wasn't trying to be disrespectful, but believe it or not, people that work in the video game industry actually work.
Yeah.
It's not. Okay, I almost cussed. It's not like Willy Wonka in the Chocolate Factory where all Oompa Loompas dipping around in chocolate. We actually do a job here.
To bring it full circle, too, my favorite part was when somebody would say that to you at GameStop, and I would
Which
look
is
around
even
going,
worse.
"Where are the
You couldn't
chairs?
do anything.
Where is it that I sit and play video games all day?"
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
That always drove me nuts at GameStop. Like, it must be great working. No.
No.
It's a
No.
job.
Do you see a console sitting out with a controller? Like, what?
right.
I spend
I have
90%
stuff
of
to
my
do.
day trying to talk you into buying things. That's my job.
When we were still there, I think it was with you guys too, but this is when they had the checkout system. You could check out a game, try it
Yeah.
out. They encouraged it because they wanted us to be able to talk about the games because they
Not
like
just
to have the
encouraged.
veil
It
idea
was
of,
forced.
of you could provide good customer service. Anyway, point being, that was the best possible thing that could come from that scenario. The closest thing to, it would be great if I had a job where I could play games all day. And yet, by the time it came around, you didn't want to do it.
I never checked the
Yeah.
game out.
I checked games out all the time, and I never wanted to play them. I'd take it home, I'd look at it and go, "I'm sick of looking at video games.
Yep.
I don't want to do this."
The first game I ever checked out from GameStop was Bullet Witch, which I
Oh,
knew was
man.
going to be terrible, and that's
Yeah.
why I didn't buy it, but I wanted to try it.
her name's Bayonetta.
Well, at the time it wasn't. It was Bullet Witch. that was probably like one of 4 games I ever took home.
Yeah.
Ever. Even here, like I could take whatever, and here it's even more relaxed. Okay, I used to take home whole systems, and I would tell Lonnie, I'm like, yeah, I took this Xbox One S home. I'm gonna borrow it for a couple weeks till you need it.
Fresh out the box.
But
Look at what.
no one ever does it. It's ridiculous. Okay,
Yeah, no, the
Lindsay, pass me that list.
now you're good.
Go ahead.
Now you're good. You're right. We got time. We got to go.
So, and
So
I
I was just going to talk about the forced checkout time where she told us she was going to fire us if we didn't start checking out new games.
because we got our
man.
balls up. We were gonna say something.
See, and that was
about
the other thing too. And this we've talked about this to death, but checking out new games, which means you have to gut a new game, which means when somebody buys a brand new game, that game is not
Why is it
brand new.
open?
It has been in somebody's system. And don't get me wrong, I did the same thing. I defended it constantly about, hey man, we take care of it. It's in good shape, whatever. And yet, as soon as I was on the customer side, I was able to go,
That's
yeah,
not
but
right.
I would be real mad about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
I would
Especially
not
since
buy that.
they still charge full price for
Yep,
it,
yep.
and like everything about it is skeevy because
How
like you
is-
can't return it.
No.
Like if you open it and bring it back in 7 days,
Right.
then yeah,
how
no
is
good.
that legal?
I mean, my
How
question
is
is,
it legal?
what other business do you know of that sells you the demo, because that's what it is, and charges you full price?
Every car dealership on the planet.
Because that's what GameStop
Well,
would
yeah,
tell
okay,
you.
okay,
That's what GameStop
okay.
would say
Just
every
like a
time.
car.
And when you go to a car
it's
dealership,
true.
the first thing you say is, "Man, I wish I had a job where I could just drive around cars for free all the time."
Next time I have to buy a car, like God forbid that's anytime soon, I'm going to use that line. I'm
And
going
then
to come
also,
in like, "Whew, must be
also
nice."
when you give them the 100, tell them you just made it.
The only exception is the car dealership one is just a little bit true. Just a little bit.
That they drive around the car all the time.
Yeah.
If I worked at
Well-
a dealership that would let me drive like a brand new Mercedes, or something
Nothing
around,
brand new. But if there's a really nice used vehicle that comes in, they'll usually let you test drive it for a week.
And
or
to be
so.
fair, too, they can haggle. They can haggle on that price. Like
Yeah.
we had bought a brand new car, but it had 50-something miles on it because it had been driven off the lot
Right.
and it had been test driven, I think, once or twice. And they legitimately said, "Yeah, we'll take this." Now, do I know if they took that number off? No, because when you're dealing with cars, you're dealing with astronomical numbers. With a video game, though, I mean, it's $60, and if I'm buying a brand new copy, it better be sealed for $60. If it's
Yeah.
not, hey, knock
And
$5
don't
off that
advertise
price.
it to me as brand new.
No.
Also, Lindsay, I hate this list. 'Cause the number one movie.
Oh, I'm not.
wait.
I'm not happy with the number one. That's why I rolled you down to the bottom of it.
Is it in order?
Yeah, from the bottom up.
I
Yeah.
still don't know what the list
But
is.
is it in order of? All right, we'll start. All right, so
It's
this
the top 100 animated films according to Rotten Tomatoes.
top
Okay.
100 animated
Oh.
films
Okay.
according to Rotten
Haven't we done
Tomatoes.
Wrong!
So,
I don't think we have.
Oh, okay.
so we're gonna run through the first ones because no one's watched them. Well, actually, all right. So here's how this game's gonna work. Every time Lindsay's seen one of them, if you're playing at home, every time Lindsay's seen one, take a shot.
No.
By 80
of water,
You will
so you
be-
can stay hydrated.
Well, no, of game
you will
fuel.
drown yourself.
'Cause
You'll
gonna
be
get-
chugged and
You're gonna be
charged.
chugged and charged.
So I'll keep track of the ones that none of us have seen.
Yeah, good luck with that with you here. I wish Allie was here. I could tell Allie like Toy Story. Ooh, no.
Not once in the entire time I've known Allie has she ever made the sound effect. Why is she Homer Simpson? Ooh.
All right.
All right.
Number 100, Loving Vincent.
Living. I thought it was.
Nope,
is
it says Loving Vincent.
I did finally watch it a couple months ago.
It says right there,
Is that-
school bus.
I have no idea what this is.
Okay, so basically, Loving Vincent, they did a live action film of
Vincent Van Gogh.
basically figuring out whether or
Oh,
not
yeah.
he committed suicide or whether he got killed.
Mm-hmm.
And then they got hundreds of artists and they painted over each frame of the film. So it is
It's like a movie
completely
painting.
animated.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just for the
It's
record, if she
gorgeous.
has to explain these films, we're going to be here all night.
Well, that one there is, that one's a good movie.
Okay, but the reason I say that is because the next one is My Dog Tulip.
I have no clue
and
what that
no
is.
one knows what that is.
That I don't know what that is. I can't help you.
Okay, so what we're marking is what we don't
Well,
even know what it is.
If there's one that none of us have seen, I'm marking it.
But so somebody has seen the Loving Vincent.
Yes, I have.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and she'll probably be
If
the one for
not.
most of this.
Yeah.
The Pirates, Band of Misfits.
I haven't got to
Nope.
watch that one
Starting
yet.
hot. Tokyo Godfathers.
Nope.
No.
Have you not watched Tokyo Godfathers?
It's
Hunter?
ugly.
No. No. Not yet.
I know
it's
what
on my
it
list.
is, but it's ugly.
Akira.
Really? Really? Say it right.
Akira.
I know you hate it, but say it right.
It's okay.
I didn't think Shannon hated it.
It's
He
okay. It's not
does.
one of my favorites.
I like Akira.
Who here has seen
Neo
Akira?
Tokyo.
Me.
Yeah, I've seen
yeah.
it.
Just me and you? You
Yeah,
guys
I've seen it.
You seen it?
I just said I've seen it.
Akira.
T. Big T. Oh, he just gave me the
They're doing
Super
HD remakes,
precocious.
so this would be a good time to watch it.
They're also
Oh,
going to
yeah.
make a series.
That's our
of it.
Tanner.
They are. That's our Tanner.
Here's how I know the
Tanner.
list.
That's the gong.
Here's how I know that.
Thank you, Hunter.
Tanner.
Here's how I know this is not.
Why
in
is it
order.
like the Doppler effect?
Why?
Like he's going by.
Because-
Tanner.
Akira was number
That's just how I've
96,
always done
right?
it.
Yeah.
Number 95 is Sausage Party.
That I don't understand.
That's on the top 100 of best films.
Best
Hey,
animated
this
film.
list is done. We're
Oh,
out.
that's it.
Yeah, no.
No, we're gonna keep going.
List canceled.
Oh, jeez.
That-
The list is canceled.
Did
I-
anyone watch the terrible movie?
Sausage
Tanner
Party. Yeah,
did.
I've seen it.
Tanner's never
wasn't
seen
my
Akira,
fault.
I've seen Sausage Party.
All right,
not
hold
my
on. I'm
fault.
going to bail Tanner
To be
out
fair,
here.
he thought he was going to see Akira.
I watched this movie willingly by myself.
Why?
I don't know.
All right, so I also watched Sausage Party, but it wasn't what I was
You
hoping.
also
it was
listen to
gonna
It
those
was something
conservative
different.
choir
Something
girls
different.
Was
doing
yours not animated?
be. I wanted
I'm
the
starting to think
non-animated
you
version.
enjoy this glutton for punishment stuff, Jesse Kimball.
They call me a masochist.
I thought they called you
believe
Space
him.
Cowboy.
or the gangster of love.
The Boy and the Beast.
Nope.
Nope.
Mary and the Witch's Flower.
Yes.
What?
It's-
Don't answer the question.
It's the Miyazaki.
It's a
predecessor.
Oh, I have seen that.
The Secret of Maria
Probably.
Kanellis.
No.
No.
I'm sorry, The Secret of Kells. My bad.
Yes.
You watched Secret of Kells with me.
I have no idea what
Was it
that is.
Irish?
Yes.
I have actually seen that.
I vaguely remember that. Howl's Moving Castle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Captain Underpants, the first epic movie.
Nope.
No.
Yes.
That's
I
above
read
Akira.
I read the comic books back when I was
Above
a kid.
Akira.
But
Well, all right.
List canceled.
When I get to one that I've absolutely seen, I will let you know.
Sausage Party was also above Akira. I'm just throwing that out there.
I'm not saying I made the list. I just looked a list up.
I don't think this is in order. It can't be, or there's no God.
It's by percentages though on there.
Yeah, but the percentage for a Sausage Party was 86. Akira was 88.
Okay, well
I'm
then
sorry,
I
Sausage
don't.
Party was 83.
Then I don't understand why they're listed that way.
Well, because Rotten Tomatoes sucks.
hey, just keep reading the list.
Millennium Actress.
No.
No.
No. Kung Fu Panda 3.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
no.
You've never seen Kung Fu Panda 3?
I stopped after the first one.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
That's the first one everybody has seen.
Yes. Tarzan.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kung Fu Panda.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
When Marnie was 3.
Nope.
No.
I don't know what that is.
The Peanuts movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of
Yes.
course. Paranorman.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. The Illusionist.
Yes.
No.
It's French. It's about a magician.
And we all tapped out.
Nope. Yep.
Boy and the World.
No.
No.
Winnie the Pooh.
Yes.
Boy in the World, that was the one with Ben Savage, right?
Yeah.
No,
That
that
was
was
the-
Fred Savage.
Fred Savage.
The
It was his brother.
The Wind Rises.
No.
No.
Which sounds like it could have been the sequel to Sausage Party. Sleeping Beauty.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, sound excited.
Yes.
If you're not having
My
fun,
favorite Disney
Yes,
movie.
I have seen that movie.
Rango.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
I didn't care for that movie.
I've never
It
seen
wasn't
it.
great.
It wasn't good.
He's a lizard.
I enjoyed it.
It was Johnny Depp, so I watched
I had
it.
so much higher hopes for that. Frankenweenie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Shriek. I'm sorry, Shrek.
Yes.
Yeah.
Keep watching the skis.
James and the Giant Peach.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Simpsons movie.
Yes.
Yes.
That should be number 1. Tangled.
Yes.
Yarp.
Yes.
Should it be number one? And no.
I mean, no, it shouldn't, but yes.
Yeah, I know. I've
Everybody
been
gives
giving
me
him
the
that
look the same way.
Sausage Party.
He's never seen Tangled.
Who?
Jesse.
That's me.
Oh, yeah, I knew this.
it's
you
been
listen-
I
said
listen
on
to
the show.
Sunday show.
Shrek 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nope. Bolt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nope. Teen
actually, I
Titans
haven't
Go to
seen
the
Bolt.
movies.
No.
Nope.
No, honestly.
Wait, has somebody
proud
at the
to
table not
say.
seen it?
What?
Has anybody at the table seen it?
Nah, I haven't. I don't know why y'all looking at me like I hate Teen Titans Go.
Well, yeah, but I assume
But
you'd
it's
watch that of
comics.
some sick,
Yeah, but
like,
Wait, does watching just strictly the after credits count?
No.
no.
Okay,
no.
good.
because I have seen that.
Yeah.
Because they're doing Teen Titans versus
That's on
Teen Titans
YouTube,
Go.
though. That's
That'd be great.
Yeah, I did watch
Mary
it
and
on
Max.
YouTube.
no.
No.
What was it?
Mary and Max.
No.
Don't ask me to clarify.
I didn't
Just
ask to
say
clarify. I said repeat the
It's
name.
French. It's about a magician.
No, that's the illusionist.
No. A Bug's Life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur Christmas?
Yes.
Yes.
I feel like that sounds
actually-
vague.
that's actually a
It's
pretty
one of those
decent
things
movie.
like I have to have seen it because it's Arthur, but I don't remember.
Oh,
it.
it's that Arthur. I
Is
thought
it?
it was a name.
No,
Arthur Christmas.
No.
Jesse,
no,
it's not.
it's
No.
not. It's not the. It's not the.
I heard
No.
Arthur colon
Okay,
Christmas.
This
Wrong!
is about
Arthur,
Santa
last
Claus
name
has
Christmas.
two
Oh, neat.
sons, and he has two sons, and one's going to take over being Santa Claus, and Arthur is one of them.
doesn't
He's the
know.
one who wants to be it,
He doesn't know
but
two
he's not. You know.
I went
Was this a
straight to
prequel
Aardvark.
the Santa Claus?
No,
I went straight to Aardvark and I was like, I watched all of Arthur. I had to have seen it at some point.
What the
That
hell are
sign
you
can't
talking
stop
about?
you because he doesn't read.
Jesse
I don't
Crimble? I don't. Ponyo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
He's a fish.
Big Hero 6.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yes.
Whoa.
I'll say it.
It
Overrated.
is. Well, actually,
Too many
that is-
Disney
it's
tropes.
just not rated. I don't know anybody who's ever talked about it.
Oh my god! Every time I see them talk about Big Hero 6, it's like it's the movie that was forgotten because of Frozen, but it was so much better. No, Frozen was better.
No.
Oh no,
Frozen was a better film. Yeah, it was.
Nope.
I don't think
No.
Frozen better than Big Hero
I'll
6
put it out there.
either.
Big
My-
Hero 6 was awesome.
My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, if you're a
Yes.
child with like,
Damn.
I'm going to get the bucket.
I want to apologize. I would like to apologize for that one.
He's to Mr. Black.
No
I was gonna
love
figure
for
out how
the
to put
cat
Shannon
bus.
into a 5-gallon bucket.
That was my brain went to, okay, what's the most offensive thing you can say that's not terribly offensive? And that came out, and then I immediately went like, no, that's offensive.
that was extreme.
Why would you think that one was okay?
Better mark that.
So,
Oh.
hour and 8.
Has it really only been that long?
I know it feels like forever because
It
the
does.
Sausage Party was on this list. My Neighbor Totoro, we say yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Princess Mononoke.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or, as it's known in Japan, Mononoke Hime.
I thought you were going to say Mononoke.
Bambi.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Did you say no?
What did you say?
Bambi.
Oh, I heard something
Yeah,
else.
he
That's
said it
'cause
weird.
He said Bambi.
Yeah.
You son of a.
Because I'm pretty sure you shot her mom, didn't you?
Bambi's
the
a
dad.
boy.
What? Is it really?
And
He's
his
the prince
dad.
of the
Yes.
forest.
Why? Because he's a deer. He's the prince of the forest.
Prince.
What? I mean,
His dad is the
All right,
king.
this is new lore for me.
I
No,
know.
this
That
is
is
in
new.
the stupid thing because they call him the little prince.
Nah, this is
Well,
all
that doesn't
new to
make-
me.
I mean, my
make
my
him-
mom used to call me handsome.
Right.
Doesn't mean that's true.
Billy Gunn was
In
king of the ring. He
movie,
ain't
I'm
royalty.
not
That's not
crazy.
true.
I haven't seen Bambi since I was in elementary school, so I could. I
You can't confirm nor deny
Prince
that.
of the
right, like I
forest.
trust
Yes.
Lindsay, but I
Does
just
that
this is
mean
new lore to me.
the lion from Wizard of Oz is an actual royal family member?
Yeah, he was the
When
king.
he's
of the,
king of the
he was the
forest.
king of Oz.
Forest.
Well, it's like Simba
the
was
king
the
of
king
his
the
forest.
The Simba was king
I
of that
guess.
entire area because they were the only lions.
Everything
that
the light
existed.
touched.
Hey, what's next on the list?
Ants. No, I'm sorry.
Oh,
I'm sorry. The triplets of Belleville.
yes.
No.
What
Then
is
ants with a Z.
I believe you mean ants.
Unfortunately, yes.
Hey,
I like
Ants
the
with the
Ants.
Z had Sylvester Stallone in it.
It did.
That didn't make it better.
No, it
I
didn't.
mean, he's there.
Lady and the Tramp.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid.
Yes.
Yes.
As opposed to the Big
The
Mermaid.
Little Mermaid.
which starred Martin Lawrence in drag. What was that
What?
called? It was called Big Mama's House.
There you go.
Ghost in the Shell.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Coraline.
Yes.
Yes.
This movie was clearly not named for me, the breadwinner, because I'm tanking it right now.
No.
No.
Was that really actually
The breadwinner.
No,
Yeah,
I
and
Breadwinner.
it's
I
the
have
only
no
one
idea
that
what
actually
that
has
is.
a link you can click on, which is baffling. How to Train Your Dragon 2?
Yes.
Yep.
No. I have not seen any
I
of those
haven't seen
movies.
part 2 either.
They're really good.
It was
I know,
good.
but it's
I've
been
seen 1 and
spoiled.
3.
So
Oh,
now I
fair
know what
enough.
happens.
Frozen,
Yes.
No. All right, yes.
the
Yeah.
best Disney movie.
But, oh, ugh.
I have a.
Let
I have
it
a,
go.
I have
No.
a 2-year-old at home, so yeah.
Shannon, no. You can get sued.
Let it be.
You get sued for that too.
Michael
all
Jackson's
over you.
estate is going to wreck your day.
Long Way North.
I went Beatles.
Or Tout in Hot
But he
Dubonde.
owns
I have no clue.
He owned their...
I'm
Oh,
not even going to
okay,
repeat
no,
it
I'm
because
just
no
kidding.
one's
I
seen
get
it.
No, no.
What was it?
Oh, God. Long Way North?
No.
No. Aladdin?
Yes. That's the best one so far.
Yeah.
Ernest and... Did you see Frozen? Ernest
Yes.
and Celestine.
Yes, I made you watch that with me.
No.
That was the bear and the mouse.
Oh, yeah. That was pretty sweet, yeah.
Cough, no, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay.
The Red Turtle.
No.
No. He's the best turtle at the party. He's the best one.
All right, one of my personal favorites, Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes.
Yes.
That's a good
Love
movie.
that. Oh, no.
I have not seen it.
That's a
Ma-
real good movie.
McAfee is doing a security scan. No thanks. You never seen Fantastic Mr. Fox?
No, I haven't seen McAfee as doing a security
Okay.
scan.
Okay. The Secret World of Arietti.
No.
No.
Yes.
I'm
you-
aware
you
of
went
it, but
to the
I've not
theater
seen
with
it.
me for that one. It's
She's
Miyazaki.
little.
It's like the Borrowers.
Yeah. But I've not seen it. I don't know why I know this.
Fantasia.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were Rabbit.
Yes.
Nope.
No.
That's a good movie. Persepolis.
No.
No.
Your Name.
Yes.
Persepolis. Wasn't that the
Your
French
name
film that
is
got super
so
popular?
good.
That sounds right.
Your
Yeah.
Name is like the biggest. It's like the biggest movie in Japanese history.
It's so good.
Yeah, no, it made bank in theaters
Yeah.
in Japan
I
and the U.S.
bawled.
and it is phenomenal.
Is that the one you told Lindsay to watch? Or was this a different
Steven
one?
told me to watch
Okay.
it.
Yeah, I've told Lindsay to watch a few anime, but yeah, Your Name was just
Your
already
name was
popular.
so good.
One of my personal favorites, Waltz with Bashir.
No.
No. You're so full of it.
Here's the best one so far. Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Yes.
That's a phenomenal film.
Eddie.
Terrifying.
The Lion King.
Yes.
Yes.
Song of the Sea.
No, but I want to watch it.
I don't. For some reason I thought you were about to say Song
Yeah,
of the
me
South, and I was like, "Oh, list over, cancel list."
No,
We have to
it's
put a
very
whole beep
much
on that
in
one.
the Secret of Kel style, and I know there's a little like seal and an Eskimo
Pretty
girl.
sure we've watched that.
No, I
Maybe I'm
want
wrong.
to. I've watched the
I liked
trailer
Kel
for
better
it.
when he was with Keenan.
That
was
one
the best
has
kill.
that one is the best rated one so far at 99%. So
Man.
Anna Melissa,
Nope.
What?
No,
okay, Tower,
no.
okay, Spirited Away,
Yes.
Yeah.
The Iron Giant.
Yes.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Never watched it.
Really?
Oh.
How?
Yeah, Express probably better off.
Did you just say unfortunately?
Yeah.
So, but then you criticize me for not watching it. But it sounds
It's,
like you didn't
it's
like
me
it.
tell you
real
why.
sad.
Let me tell you why.
Real sad.
It is. It
Oh,
is
because
really
Vin Diesel
sad.
dies in the end.
Yeah.
It's real. Unfortunate. It's unfortunate because Cartoon Network would do like a 72-hour marathon.
They'd
of
play it. Yeah, it's the same reason why I
Over
hate the Christmas
and
Story.
over and over and over.
And yet I've never watched it.
That's how I was saying. How have you not seen it?
Monsters Incorporated.
Yes.
Yep.
Overrated.
Yeah. Yes. Agreed.
I'll say it.
Yeah.
Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yes.
Overrated, but I still like it.
No, I love that.
It is not the like.
I don't think it is anymore. For a long time there, it was held up on this tent pole, and I mean, it's a great movie,
it's
but
the
it was
Hot
just
Topic, like,
right.
It was
staple.
Hot, they built Hot Topic around it. They have a
Yeah.
shrine of Jack Skellington in there.
That's how they keep it powered.
Oh, talk about one of my least favorites, and this one I really do think is super overrated. The Lego Batman movie.
I like
Oh.
the Lego
Watched
Batman
it.
movie.
I liked it, but I don't know if
I
it was
don't
overrated.
remember
It was
any
like
of it.
okay for me. It was okay at best, but like
The Lego movie was
When
much
did you
better.
just have the really negative no, that was the Lego movie you had the really negative connotation with.
no, I like Lego movie.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because which was the one we were watched in the hotel room that you were upset
That's
about?
Lego movie.
Okay.
That wasn't because that's because
But that wasn't the first time you watched it. I don't
Right.
think.
Okay.
101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
My Life as a Zucchini. I'm
Yes.
done.
No.
I'm done.
Okay. You haven't watched it, but you
Hold
walked
up.
in when I was watching this. It's like Spanish or Italian. I don't remember which, but it's a little kid in an orphanage, and it's a weird like stop motion style. Because you came in and you're like, "What the hell are you watching?"
And he's a zucchini.
His name is Zucchini, or rather, he decides his name is Zucchini.
I'm done.
And this is above all the Disney classics.
Yes.
The child
This has a
has-
98% on Tomato
Yes.
He
Rottens.
has issues.
Tomato of rotten.
Yeah, he's got issues. If he's
If he picked zucchini as his name, yeah, he's got issues.
Beauty and the Beast.
Yes.
Yes.
Chicken
Didn't
Run.
that one already
Yes.
come up?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Never seen Chicken Run.
No, Beauty and the Beast. I thought that got mentioned way
No.
earlier.
No, it didn't.
No, it was Lion King.
Fair enough. Well, yeah.
Yellow Submarine.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Wait, what?
Really?
No.
Nope.
What do you mean, really? Did you watch this 1968 animated film called
Yes.
Yellow Submarine, Tanner?
About-
I've
Beatles?
watched The Wall
Why is that more significant than Yellow
because
Submarine?
it's the same idea. It's a movie
I mean, I
based
know
off
exactly
of
what
I,
it is.
I was
Like,
hoping
Off
to
an
God
album.
Yellow Submarine was actually about like an undersea adventure.
No, it's the Beatles.
Only
It is
yesterday.
the Beatles.
No.
What?
No.
Exactly. We're 20 more to go, guys. We got
Oh.
this. The Incredibles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ratatouille.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Overrated.
Yes.
Yeah.
I
Yep.
watched Ratatouille, so I can't agree with you there, but I
Yeah.
appreciate it. Dumbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I miss
Ugh.
the crows.
Crows are still there.
They're still there.
Isle of Dogs.
No, but I
No.
want to.
Shaun the Sheep.
Nope.
Yes.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got to be your
no.
dragon.
It's
first
got to
one?
be your bull. I've not seen any of them.
Oh.
Yep.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
That's a really good
Kubo
one.
was really good.
The Lego Movie.
yes.
Yep.
Toy Story.
Yes.
Yes.
Pinocchio.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Moana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, Mandy just perked up.
Best Disney movie.
Finding Dory.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I have, but
It was
I'm
good.
not. It was all
liked
right.
it.
Finding Nemo.
Yes.
Are those two really
Yes.
back to back?
Yeah.
Yes, they
Yeah.
are.
Toy Story 3.
Yes.
Oop.
Up.
It's a German
Yes.
film.
I really thought I was thinking
Wow.
OOP. Oop.
Toy Story 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zootopia.
Yes.
Yes.
It was okay.
I
It was
like it quite a
fine.
bit.
It
Yeah.
was fine. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dwarfs.
Dwarves.
Dwarves.
Should be dwarves.
The Incredibles 2.
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
That's
I haven't seen the
I,
second
fi-
one
I
yet.
finally
It's on
broke down and
Netflix.
watched it.
I know.
And here's the
It's above the first Incredibles because that's
Well,
a
they're
lot
not
again.
incredible.
This is not in order because this is the best rated film. According to Rotten Tomatoes, this is the best rated film in the animation category.
This is according to the guy who wrote that Disney rant. That's
well, yeah,
the
I
problem.
think so. Yeah, Paddington 2 is the best animated.
I
film
feel
of all
like you
time.
missed one because I know Coco was on that list.
And Paddington was nowhere
Number 2,
on there.
Coco. You gotta
There you
give me
go.
time. You gotta give me
Okay.
time. And number 1, and it better. And that's why I was upset because this can't be Inside Out. It's a fine
I
movie.
liked
Inside
But is it the
Out.
best of all
I
time?
really
I
like
don't think so.
Inside
Okay,
I
Out.
saw
Lindsay.
the ending of
What?
Inside Out 3 times before I saw the beginning of it. So
Oh, did you
I
catch
just
my
was
friend
around a
Bing
bunch of
Bong?
people crying, and I'm like, "What is happening? Why is everyone sad?"
That's unfortunate because that's a phenomenal movie.
It is a good movie.
I
It was-
watched it in
I
theaters.
preferred Coco.
Oh yeah, I
There were
also
seven-
prefer
there
Coco.
were 17 that
Really?
none
I hate
of us have
Coco.
seen.
I hate.
I have
Coco
not
with a
seen
passion.
Coco.
Lindsay,
Coco
tell
is
him why I
so
hate Coco.
good.
Why
Because
is
it
he-
made him cry. He hates
There
any
it
movie
is.
that makes him cry.
It's about family, and my family, that I don't have.
Yeah.
Literally, Coco broke me. I had to sit alone crying for I don't know how long.
He
It
did.
broke my heart so bad.
Nobody telling me about Lilo and Stitch.
He watched Lilo.
Oh, it's a stupid ass film.
But
Lilo and Stitch
Ohana
is
means
fine.
family, and family means nobody gets left behind.
Yeah, but then they've got that dumbass dog or whatever it is that's always messing things up.
mean
He's got
Stitch?
a laser. Yeah, that's the guy. All right, well that's gonna wrap it up for us tonight.
Oh,
the After
man.
Dark program. I want to thank Hunter and the big one,
Tanner.
Tanner,
Mama, the VCR is broken.
Bong.
for being here tonight with us. I want to thank Jesse and Lindsay, of course. And let me hit you with some links real quick.
My head
Podzilla1985.com. If you hate that Spotify only goes back 100 episodes and you want to know what we thought about previous Hot Topic issues, you can go to Podzilla1985.com.
Not the store.
Listen
Not
to all
the
the
store.
old episodes. Go back to the Wild West era when...
Oh, man.
Whoa.
Careful. Or maybe don't go back to that anymore. Maybe we should take those off. Patreon.com/Podzilla1985. If you want to donate to us, God knows why you would. But for $1, you can catch all of the pre-shows, which is a great deal.
Are we doing the fully uncensored version of this episode? Is going to be on
Yeah, we can do
Patreon?
that. I can send you that.
Yeah.
If you would like to hear this fully uncensored, to hear how real dirty Michelangelo gets,
Mr. Black over and over.
Because it's a book.
Mr. Black.
It's $1 to get all of the
Mr.
pre-show
Black.
content and
Mr.
the
Black.
uncensored version of this episode.
and of course, Facebook.com/Podzilla1985. You can interact with us if you want. We don't really
No
care.
one does.
Well, we don't care
We
one way or
wish
the
you
other.
would.
True. There's some all-stars that interact with us every time.
And we love them so much for it.
It's true.
All right, that's going to do it for us. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out on Monday. We'll be back with an all-new Nerd Up where we're going to be talking about nerd stuff.
Yeah, there's some new Borderlands trailers or videos. We're back to this week in Borderlands.
What about what about in other Overwatch news?
We haven't done Overwatch news in a while. I actually a new character came out, and I almost put it on the list. I was like, nah.
You can just see Hunter going like,
Do it, Jesse.
All right, that's going to do it for us. See you on Monday for Nerd Up. Hunter, give us a classic.
Later.